usual, was a wonderful day for the PDP, and we had our witnesses come before the tribunal to testify, and gladly most of our testimonies were incontrovertible, irrefutable, and the prayers were simple and very unambiguous, telling the court that from the results shown, there was overvoting in several units, and it is the job of INEC, according to the Electoral Act, to cancel results of units where there's clear overvoting, and INEC failed to do that. So the prayers to the tribunal was to act and to make sure that those units were cancelled, and at the end of the day, let the rightful winner of the election be given his mandate. And that was basically what our witnesses came to testify, and they did fantastically well. From Akoko Edo to Isako East to Onwa, we put together very smart and very committed witnesses.
Since the commencement of the Edo State Governorship Election Tribunal proceedings, and particularly since the PDP legal team submitted its evidence, including the certified true copies, the CTCs obtained from the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), and INEC's legal representative have yet to dispute the authenticity of these documents. At no point during the tribunal proceedings have the INEC lawyers whatsoever challenged or even denied that the CTCs presented by the PDP's legal team originated from them. And on the contrary, they have also affirmed the legality of those documents, further strengthening the case of the PDP. A thorough examination of the CTCs submitted to the tribunal revealed that the PDP emerged victorious in the election. Now, these official documents, duly certified by INEC, provide undeniable proof that the PDP secured an overwhelming win. The fact that INEC, the very institution responsible for conducting and documenting the election, has not refuted the accuracy of these results is highly significant. That is enough. It serves as a compelling validation of the PDP's claims and underscores the credibility of the evidence before the court. And given the overwhelming documentary evidences already presented, the role of the witnesses in the case serves as an additional reinforcement rather than the primary basis of the claims. While witnesses' testimonies can support the case with facts contained in the CTCs, these are just the core foundations of the PDP's argument. So the APC should not focus on the number of witnesses that the PDP presents in court, but they should focus on the amount of the undeniable evidences that stands against them. Because as it is now, those witnesses that came from Isako East and Akoko Edo alleged some death threats on phone call from APC members in their respective words after they both testified in court. Those witnesses from Isako East and Akoko Edo had talked about, in fact, they opened up on how they've been receiving death threats from APC members in their various wards, in their local governments. And they said this in court. This is something that the courts must look into. Because tell me, how come the PDP, they are the ones approaching courts to get their mandates back, and they are the ones receiving death threats? Their witnesses are receiving death threats over this issue. So this is to show that, yes, all these evidences are undeniable, and that is why the APC are so scared. I'm sure they are probably scared of this BVAS that INEC has recently released to the court. The fact that INEC has not attempted to discredit the CTCs in any way should be a significant cause for concern for the APC. Instead of questioning how many weaknesses the PDP has brought forward, instead of going after the PDP weaknesses, threatening them, trying to look for one way or the other to bribe some PDP weaknesses, the real issue for the APC should be how they intend to counter the overwhelming documentary proof that PDP indeed won the election, that Asue Yodalo indeed won the election. And at this stage, the evidences at the court speak for itself. The evidences presented speaks for itself. And the tribunal must take into account that the integrity of the election results should first of all be upheld, as documented by INEC itself. So my country people, make una come shook mouth for this matter. And at this point, INEC, they are not even denying anything. Like I said before in my other videos, that INEC, they've brought themselves out. INEC, they've not said, oh, this is a lie. Because all the CTCs that they were bringing forward, INEC did not deny any claim. They were just looking at it. Instead, they were quite shocked that the PDP party agents and their witnesses and their legal team were able to get their hands on those CTCs. They were quite shocked that they were able to get their hands on those CTCs, and they brought everything to court. That was how they had to succumb to pressure, and then they brought the BVAS to court. And the APC, they are scared. And because of their fear, this has potentially led to several death threats from several members to several PDP members, especially the witnesses. Those that are being picked to go and testify in court are being targeted by the All Progressive Congress. It's either they are trying to bribe them, those that, refuse to succumb to their bribery will be threatened. This is not an ordinary threat, but a death threat. And this must be looked into before it gets out of hands. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.